So let's look at some deep half. We're going to do 3 positions. But starting in the deep half, this underhook is critical. I need to have this arm under. If he gets that underhook, then I'm in trouble. Likewise too, I'd like to see you keep this foot over and trapped. If I do this, there is a potential problem here if he grabs my leg. So to avoid all that, if you've got your left leg or inside leg over the right, this is a good position. Right hand can go on the hip, or it can go around to the middle of the belt, grabbing that, whichever one you like. This is handy because I can use it to push up, but this is quite acceptable too. So we've got our left hand under, we want to come under. Now the first sweep is what I call a back sweep. As I step to the left, hip to the right, step to the left, hip to the right. See, he's on his hip. When he's on his hip, I can start rolling over. If this foot's off the mat, that's fine. As I come up, but make sure you're not getting triangle. If I've got my ear on this far side here, I can start to come through for our under style path and step. So to remember, if you're like this, as soon as their hips, I've got a back sweep. So that's number 1. Number 2, the same starting position here. We're in the same position, but if he starts to drive forward like this, he's got his hips up, leaning forward, very hard for me to drive him back, and because his foot's on the mat, he's got base. So if I get my right hook under here and start to elevate, this is how I'm going to go to the back. See my right hand now on the hip here, or I can push up, and out. When I'm here, hook in. Now I ask you to control this grip here. This is an important grip to have. If I have it, that he can get away. From here, I can either follow him up if you went to turtle, or I can float him back from here, bring him up, and now I've got like a back take. It's their reaction that determines the sweep. Remembering if they lean back sweep. If they drive forward, we go under the take to back. The third reaction is when they start to get a bit cagey and they stay really centralized and they bring this foot in. So now they're starting to kind of jack me up a little bit. It's hard to get either sweep. His hips are up. He could even stand up here if he wanted to, just stand up. That is a defense, right? There's things we can do. But here, I go under. This is waiter sweep. Once I go under here and turn, there's a bit of a danger for a foot lock here. Like he could put it over his armpit and get foot lock. So I ask you to cross your feet. And they call this waiter sweep. It's like I'm lifting a plate up to my shoulder. If I lift that up to my left shoulder and push, push, push. Here we are again. In this pass position, coming through. So it is the reaction of my partner, whether they're leaning back, leaning forward, or starting to come up and do this, that determines our 3 sweeps. Back sweep to the back, or waiter. Time.